And welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a lovely weekend. It is Monday here, placed in shelter with your host, Ryan Catarozoli. And today we're going to start off with a bit of a quarantine update as usual. And this one's a little unique. So my wife has now said that message to Dave and Mike Whiteley, I need to go back to the office. I have a problem with collecting, as Mike Whiteley calls it, dolls. And GameStop, I don't know why, had a huge sale, like 75% off. Like usually these things are like $10. I was picking them up for $2 and $3. So yeah, we've got a few more for the office here. A couple more. All Overwatch pops, of course, if you're interested in what I collect. So she said that I have to go back to the office because we're running out of room for all my dolls here in the office. With that, it's another lovely Monday. The weekend was good. Kay was working, so I was alone with the kids, and we survived. We're alive. We're here. And we're here to bring you episode number 40. And today's episode, we are going to be calling The Counter of Tops. And kind of a little play on words here for our countertop pieces of equipment. And there's just a couple of them here. You know, a lot of these items that we're going to talk about today could easily be considered under the portable options, and I know I did an episode on portability. However, for some odd reason, these countertop products tend to be placed on a countertop and they remain there for a long duration of time. Although they could be portable, they tend to always stay in one spot. So then the next logical question you're going to ask me is, well, Ryan, if they tend to be stationary and they don't move a whole lot, they just stay on the countertop, why not build them in? It's a great question. But there's several different reasons why somebody would want a countertop piece versus going with the built-in. Number one, cost. Sometimes it's a lot less expensive to purchase a countertop item versus trying to figure out the fabrication for milling in a piece of equipment. It could be a limited time offer. Perhaps it's not something that's going to remain there for a long time. Perhaps it's a test to see if these items that they're selling are actually going to be good sellers and make their way to a everyday product. And then last but not least is the size. You know, sometimes you have a minimum space that you have allowed for where your built-ins are going to go, and it just makes more sense to have something behind the built-in section that is countertop options. One of the countertop options we see a lot of is our SW2 or our soup stations, as we call them. Now, like a lot of other Hatco products, although the name is soup station, they could hold other products. But here's the catch. You do need to follow one rule with these. Any of our SW models, whether it's a 7 or an 11 quart version, they do have to have product placed in them that has already been preheated to serve safe temperatures. There's not enough wattage in these units. You will not be able to retherm product or bring it back up to temperature. So that's why we have to have these, which leads us to some of the accessories for these. As you can see, we have a ton of accessories that do involve adding accessories to these that are for soup. But like I said, you could put other things in here. But some of the accessories include the front rail. They also include the wells that go inside of them, the toppers for the soup, and also this back splash guard here, and then also the overhead shelf. These are going to be obviously for soup. There is a sign that we offer, again, hinting at soup. So I'll leave it at that. As we move into the next option, this is going to be more for your customer that wants to do some of those things that I was saying you cannot do with the soup station. And one of the big ones is retherming product. So this unit will have a temperature range in 5 different settings from 122 degrees all the way up to 212 degrees. So as it says actually in our catalog, you can actually do many, many different things here. Flexibility of a food warmer, soup kettle, bain-marie, steamer, and pasta cookers. So this will give you the ability to do all of those things that the soup well doesn't. Now, this one doesn't offer any of the decorative side pieces, any of the decorative accessories that you see. So you are going to be limited to what it looks like here. Now, there is one additional option here. You could get this built in, but it kind of goes against the whole topic that we're talking about today of countertops. This one also only comes in an 11 quart size, and it's either a single or a double. And then moving on to one other product And both of these are going to look very similar. These are heated wells. They act very, very similar to the heated wells that we've already talked about. However, it's a countertop version for them. Now, there's two different models that you'll run into. So if you're looking in auto quotes or you're looking in the catalog, you will see an HW version and you will also see a CHW version. Well, I bet you can guess if you've attended a few of these classes or shows, which one is which. The HW is going to be just like the original soup station we talked about. We need to put product in here that is already at temperature. It will not have the wattage or power to bring it up to temperature. It is designed to retard the cooling process. And this comes in a 4/3 size as well as a full size. Now, just like our hot wells, they can be operated without any water. However, the performance will degrade. Without having that nice steam blanket enveloping the pans that you're putting in it, it will tend to radiate and you'll get scorching on the bottom of the pans. So we always recommend adding water, but you won't hurt the unit if you're using it dry. Now, as we look at the CHW version, this does have the wattage and you can bring this up over 212. So you have a lot more power here so that you can retherm product and bring it back up to temperature. And you can see here, we also have a version of it in a 4/3 size. So with that, that's gonna wrap up today's conversation. Short and sweet here on the countertop options that we have. Hopefully you can see some of the things that we have and the options that we have in those. And we are going to go ahead and bring it up for discussion here. If anybody has any questions on this unit, we can open up the chat. Kristen says, happy Monday. Here we go, John. I love the pop bobbleheads. I have all the types of Avengers, Marvel. So yes, actually Richard Larson's brother also collects, I believe it's the Avengers, it's the Marvel series. So if you want to know, which you probably don't, but I'm going to tell you anyway, when it comes to the Overwatch pops, Overwatch is a video game that I play because I'm still a big child. And I have basically every base set that they've come out with. The only ones that I'm missing would be special editions. So I'm missing a few of those here and there. Brent. So Brent has a bunch too. He said, check my text. So he must have sent me a picture of his pops. Now, does anybody have any questions on the countertop stuff we talked about today? Here we go, Jim. The RHW single is 120 volt and the double is a 208 volt only. That is correct. The single comes in 120 and the double is only offered in a 208 or 240 with the NEMA 615P plug. So yes, that is correct, Jim. All right, well with that, let's get to everybody's favorite part of the show. And that's gonna be our memes for today. I'm pretty jealous of those two astronauts getting the hell off the planet. And right about now with everything going on, it kind of says something right there. This one I thought was great. My summer plans and then COVID-19 walking in the background. I would do my best Nancy for you. And why? Because that's kind of how I feel about my summer so far. And last, this one came in from Joe. This is fantastic. And I think this is probably true for Joe as well. When I find out that I have a 9 a.m. meeting, I have a team call at 9 a.m. This is me at 8:58. Well, it's about time to get on that call. So that is going to wrap up today's episode. Short and sweet here on Monday. I want to let you know I've got 2 great episodes this week that we already have in the works. Tomorrow, we're going to either have a guest from customer service or we're going to go over some customer service 101 tips and tricks on how we can be more successful when working with our customer service team. And then on Thursday, I've got an awesome interview, and I'm going to keep the guest a surprise right now. Perhaps maybe I'll unveil it in tomorrow's episode, but that's going to be on Thursday. So once again, not somebody from Hatco, somebody from in the industry, but giving us a different perspective on some things. So hopefully you are able to tune in for those. If you are catching on YouTube and want to join us live, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Central Time, you can always use the link in the description below. And then if you are subscribed to our YouTube page, if you use the bell notification, it will let you know every time that we post a new video, and show us you're enjoying the content by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day.